Well, today is Take It All Tuesday in Ohio and also Florida. And if you look at the brand new Monmouth poll, you can see that John Kasich is just 5 points up on the insurgent Donald Trump, who joins us right now on the phone. Mr. Trump, good morning to you. What is your strategy to win Ohio? Because we know it's a runaway right now, it looks like, in Florida, but you really want the 66 votes from Ohio as well.
I do, and I spent a lot of time there. As you know, I was there last night in Youngstown. We had a fantastic crowd, thousands and thousands of people. And I think the governor's not so popular like I thought originally. He approved and voted for NAFTA, which took a lot of jobs out of Ohio and brought them to Mexico. Now he's pushing very hard for TPP, which is going to be worse than NAFTA. It's going to ruin their car industry.
Trade
look
deal.
At what's happened. Yeah, you look at what happens where he's in favor of Common Core, which is a disaster. He expanded Obamacare in Ohio. And I'll tell you, I just don't see his popularity. The steel industry is dying in Ohio. The coal industry is practically dead in Ohio. And a lot of companies are moving out and they're moving to Mexico. Well, so I don't know why he's popular, but, you know, if he is. But I think we're going to have a big surprise in Ohio tonight.
Well, you have
people are not happy.
Right. The governor's got 73% approval rating. You know he won back-to-back. And up until the last week or so, you guys have been extremely civil to each other. Are you surprised that he's hedging on, well, if you, in fact, get the nomination, of him supporting you? Are you surprised that he's hedging on that?
I really don't care. I just want the people to support me. I mean, Ohio has been drained of its companies. You know, they just lost Ford. They're losing companies left and right. They're all moving to Mexico. I'll stop it. He doesn't know how to stop it. And, you know, whether he supports me or not, those things are unimportant to me, really. It doesn't matter. He's in a fight. He's lost every single race so far in the presidential. He's 0 for 22. He hasn't won one. And I don't think Ohio is going to be his first. Don't forget, he said he was going to win Michigan. He said he was going to win New Hampshire. He left Ohio. He moved to New Hampshire, spent more time there than anybody, and he lost New Hampshire. I won in a landslide. I won South Carolina, where he moved to. And then he moved to Michigan, and he lost Michigan. And he said if he loses Michigan, he won't run anymore. Well, he lost Michigan, and he's still running. So I don't know. I can tell you, when you vote for NAFTA, I don't see how it's possible to win because NAFTA destroyed Ohio.
Mr. Trump, authorities in North Carolina, they were considering charging you for inciting a riot after a protester was punched at one of your rallies. Ultimately, they decided they didn't have enough evidence to do that. What was your reaction to that?
I think it's ridiculous. I gave a speech. It was a really good speech. We had 20,000 people there, standing ovations. I'll tell you who they should charge are these horrible protesters that go in there just looking for trouble. And these are people that really, I mean, they're agitators. They're not even protesters. And they stand up and they scream and they shout. And frankly, sometimes they start punching. And those people really should be charged. You know, we rent an arena. We have great people there. We have people that want to make America great again. That's why they're there. It's, you know, it's Make America Great Again. And they're there for that reason. And then you have these guys stand up, oftentimes just singles, because they can't get enough people with them. And it's really a disgrace. I'll be honest. It's a disgrace. And everyone's distracted. Everyone's agitated. They get very upset about it. And they really should look into it because these people, I don't know if they're professional agitators or what, but it's a disgrace that they're allowed to come in and do what they do.
You know, we don't know exactly who they are. You know, we've heard MoveOn.org organize what went on in Chicago on Friday night. The Bernie people have been at a couple of things. I know that you didn't have any protesters last night, but the mainstream media has been making it seem like, you know, you go to a Donald Trump event and you might wind up bloodied. And yet, when you look at something that happened at a Marco Rubio rally or meeting, get-together, a town hall, on January the 6th, here's a guy who was talking out loud while Mr. Rubio was talking, and then he gets, it looks like, body slammed by a supporter behind him. You know, the mainstream media did not cover this. This was not on any of the newscasts. Is there a double standard that that was not a big deal and the things that have followed you are? And do you have any responsibility for what your supporters do?
There is a total double standard. I saw that. If that ever took place in my place, I would have been given the electric chair, okay? I mean, it would have been the biggest story in the world. Nobody even talked about that. Now, nobody's following Marco, and, you know, his campaign, he's done very poorly. Look, he doesn't vote. You know, when you're elected senator from Florida, you're supposed to go and vote. He never shows up to the Senate. So how's he going to do well? But if one of my people ever did that to somebody that was speaking up, it would have been a national story, the likes of which you've never seen. The fact is that my rallies are very peaceful.
Right.
I have 25,000 people, 35,000 people in Alabama last week.
Now, let me
and
ask
you know what? We
right.
have virtually no protesters.
Why
It's
did you go to
amazing.
Chicago, though, where that's a hotbed of liberal activity, where it's maybe amenable to a lot of a left-wing audience, but never a right-wing? Do you think it was questionable to go there to begin with?
Well, a lot of people said maybe we shouldn't have. I like the idea of going into the teeth of it, and frankly, I'll tell you what, a lot of people on my side say that was horrible what they did, and I think I picked up support because of it. But I did the right thing. I made a right decision. By not doing it, nobody was hurt. It all disbanded. If I would have done it, I think a lot of people would have been hurt, so we made a good decision. And we were given a lot of credit for making the right decision. And, you know, look, I'm very happy with the way it's going. Really, really big today. If we could win Ohio, it would be so big. And then I can focus on Hillary, because we will beat Hillary easily in the election.
You don't think you still have to take Cruz out? If you take Ohio and Florida, you don't still think Ted Cruz will be there?
I don't think so. Look, I won all of the southern states. He was supposed to win every one of them. I won every one of them. I've won with the evangelicals. You look at South Carolina, he was supposed to win South Carolina. That was his big watershed. I won in a landslide. I won with the military and the vets, won with women. I won with every single category. So I don't see it. And now we're heading into New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. I mean, those states I'm going to win.
Listen, before you go, yesterday around noon, we got the news flash that Sarah Palin's husband, Todd, was seriously injured in a snow machine incident up in Alaska. How's he doing today? Because I know there was some suggestion she was going to leave the campaign events. How is he today?
He's doing really well. He's got broken ribs, and he's got some broken bones, actually. And he's a tough cookie. If you know Todd, he's a great guy, and she is so incredible. And she was really devastated and worried. And yet she got up and made a wonderful speech in front of a lot of people. And then I said, Sarah, don't listen to my speech. Go home. And she went home, and she's fantastic. And, you know, Todd is a tough cookie, so he's going to be fine. But he broke some bones and broke some ribs.
Ouch.
Yeah. I
hear that's very painful. All right. Thank you so much, Donald.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Well.
Appreciate it.